So today's November 25th, and it officially marks the end of my time here in New York City. I can't believe it's been 4 years. It's somehow both flown by and felt like forever. I've thoroughly enjoyed living here, despite everything that's gone bad recently. I never went away to college, so in many ways, this was my college experience, but as an adult. I look back at my 20s, and there were periods of time where I grew so much as a person. And New York City was that for me in my early 30s. I honestly would have liked to stay here a bit longer and continue to explore. But sometimes life forces your hand, and those decisions are made for you. It feels like I'm leaving on unfinished terms. I think about how any number of decisions this past year could have altered how things went. And maybe, just maybe, I'd still be living here in 2026. But that's not how things unfolded, and I've come to terms with that. As I look through all the photos I've taken here, it's as if I can see my photography journey play out in front of me. When I moved here, I wouldn't describe myself as a photographer. Sure, I took photos, but they weren't anything crazy. I started doing these photo walks not long after. They had no clear purpose, just kind of aimlessly walking around. To me, this is an incredibly challenging way to shoot photos. It really forces you to be instinctively creative. It changed my entire mindset of photography. Slowly, I started viewing the world a bit differently. As my good friend Van would say, I started seeing things in shapes and colors. White became the brush that painted the photos I captured. There were times when creativity clicked and it came easy, and other times when I went home empty-handed. Every year, it's gotten progressively harder to capture things. You can only walk the same street so many times before running out of ways to shoot in a new way. I'm not really sure what category my photos fall into. I usually just tell people cityscapes. I've always found street photography to be awkward and difficult, so I've stuck to larger scenes. What I've discovered in the past 4 years, though, is that the landmarks or buildings don't make the picture. It's the people. All that stuff has been captured in 1,000 different ways, but the people in the scene are one of one. I think the end goal for anyone who shoots photos is to capture a moment in time, a feeling. For me, these photos represent a chapter of my life coming to a close. As an adult, there are few definitive start and end points to anything. Life somehow speeds up, and everything just blends together. Photography has been a way for me to slow this process down. It requires you to be an observer rather than a participant. Some of my best photos I would equate to being lucky, but in reality, I think it's just a result of being observant. I've always found myself as someone who cherishes the small, in-between moments. My favorite memories of New York will be the photo walks that end with a slice of pizza or a stop into Trader Joe's to grab a snack. Those are the things that will stick with me more than anything else. And ironically, it's a feeling that can't be captured in a photo. So, with that, it's been a pleasure, New York, and I'll catch you later.